Okay, so the base is done pretty much. I've got the back piece filled in, tacked together sufficiently to go ahead with the rest of the design and fab work. So just going to set it right in place there and get it lined up on the edges of the console there. And now what I need to do, well, you can tell I cheated. I'm making the video after I've done it. I marked the front where I'm going to snip it out, so I have clearance for my shift cables. And then across the bottom, across the top of the console, I mean, you see the red line that is going to tell me where to make a bend in the bottom piece. I'll cut it back all the way to the edge, cut it back from here to here, and then at that red line is where I'll bend it up, and that will serve as the surface that this rubber will seal to. So I trimmed the inlet tube a little bit, and you can see I've got the angle of the tube matching up with the angle of the firewall, which also matches up with the angle of the seat backs. I will put a rubber coupler in here between the inlet tube and the top of the box, and that'll just be able to slide up and out of the way to make the box, give the box room to hinge out to get the filter out when that needs service. So I've already gone ahead and marked and trimmed the top of the box out, and I'll pull that off now so you guys have an idea of what I'm talking about. And of course none of this is secured yet because it's still in fabrication phase. But let's go over to the front, give you a front view of it, and you'll see. So the snorkel is going to line up. It's going to be a little bit offset to the passenger side, but that's okay because the whole powertrain is offset to the passenger side to help balance the weight of the driver being so far to the left. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to form a new top out of sheet aluminum, same as I did the bottom, and like I said, there will be a coupler in there to be able to slide up the tube and give clearance for the top of the box to get out for changing the filter. Something else I did is I made clearance for the shift cables. Boom, right there. The closer the camera gets to them, the more skewed they look. They're actually very parallel. And I'm going to have to modify the top of the console, the panel that's already in place, slightly to seal it up better. But I've got a plan for that, and that's not going to be any problem to do. So with that, I'm going to get to making some cardboard templates of the 4 panels that are going to make up the box. I've also got it cut. You notice that the top of it is cut pretty much parallel to the top of the console and slightly lower than the shift knob. And the reason I did that is because I'm going to extend it at that height forward a bit and probably have some curve to it or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to put a horizontal surface up here that will be an elbow rest for when I'm driving this car longer distances, which I am intending to do eventually. So yeah, that's the plan, and I'm sticking to it. So here you can see I'm working through the cardboard template process using my favorite cereal box and just a straight edge, a ruler, a Sharpie marker, a ballpoint pen, a pair of scissors. It's really all it takes. Take some basic measurements, draw up a sketch, cut it out, see how it fits. If you don't like it, make adjustments. and continue that process. Put each piece in place as you're happy with it, and just tape them together with packaging tape, and continue on until you got all of them together. Tape them up, put them in place, then go take that box, put it in the car, see how it fits, and then begin the process of transferring it all onto metal. Adding the snorkel here. One thing I wasn't able to capture was forming the bell mouth on the end of the little short piece of tube that's going to actually come through the top of the box. But it came out okay for as terrible as the tools are that I have available to me. Very basic stuff. And didn't capture any video during this process, so just going to roll through a few photographs of transferring the templates to metal, cutting them out. There's the bell mouth that I beat into shape with a pair of vice grips and a round stock, a bench vise, and then here's a final shot of it in place.